Welcome in. Jesse Shewell here from jesseshewell.com. Today I've got a free pick for you for college football on Saturday morning, actually Saturday evening. It's the Miami Hurricanes at the North Carolina Tar Heels. But before I get into the free pick, I got to remind you, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Please offer your comments below this video. Big game in the ACC. Interesting game to handicap. And the reason I want to focus on this game is because I think it's quite difficult for people to process exactly what happened with the Hurricanes last week. And in case you missed it, Mario Cristobal had the game won. The Hurricanes effectively won the game, but decided not to accept victory, decided to run the ball instead of kneeling. And Georgia Tech came back and I guess you could say the Hurricanes snatched defeat out of the jaws of victory, and now they're 4-1 instead of 5-0. How do you handicap that? I think you have to ignore it. I think at the end of the day, a poor coaching mistake at the end of the game doesn't take away from anything that the players have done on the field and what the rest of the coaching staff has done to this point in the season. Really, Miami should have won that game. They played well enough to win the game despite 5 turnovers. In fact, if Cristobal hadn't have screwed that up, if they just had taken the knee, won the game, Georgia Tech quarterback Haynes King would have finished with 77 yards and 2 picks, no touchdowns. The fact that they turned the ball over 5 times and still should have won the game suggests that their defense is playing quite well. They were about to lay an egg and have an unimpressive victory, which we've seen from the likes of Texas. We've seen Florida State against Boston College. We've seen Alabama against South Florida. All the big teams have had that one game where they didn't look that impressive. Usually they've ended up winning the game, and Miami didn't. But I don't think that's important here as they face rivals North Carolina. And for that reason, I'm leaning towards the Hurricane. I'm not leaning. I'm taking the Hurricanes +3 and the hook. If you look at this series, it's been close. The Tar Heels have won 4 straight head-to-head meetings. 3 of those games were decided by a field goal. I think Miami's a little bit better on defense this year, a little bit better on offense. If you look at last year's meeting, the Tar Heels won that game 27-24, but they were outgained 538-470. Tyler Van Dyke threw for almost 500 yards, 3 touchdowns and a pick on 42 of 57 passing. I think the Tar Heels haven't faced a defense like Miami's yet this season. It's going to be a tough game, and asking them to cover 3 in the hook here, it's clear to me that this line is influenced by what happened last week, and I just don't think what happened last week matters here in this game. I think Miami will be ready to play, and I don't think if they've got the ball and they're leading with 40 seconds left, I can assure you they are kneeling. So we are taking the Miami Hurricanes +3.5. Not everybody's going to agree with that pick. That's a pretty contrarian pick. And of course, for those of you who don't know, we have the Saturday morning kickoff show every Saturday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. And tomorrow we will be joined by Rye Cape, Joey Tron, and Kevin Thomas. Kevin Thomas is going to pick the Tar Heels. He's going to tell us why I'm wrong about this game. And the last time Kevin was on my show, he was correct. Can't remember what game he had, but I know he was correct. So you're going to want to tune in tomorrow, 7:30 Eastern. By the way, the banner at the bottom of the screen, for limited time at jesseshewell.com, you can get all my football plays, college and the pros, for $199 for 30 days. That's NFL, college football. How we're doing there? Well, we're 12-1 with our premium college football sides. We're coming off 3 straight winning Sundays with NFL. We're ahead in units with both NFL and college. And we're red hot across the board right now, on top of the leaderboards for the week at Picks and Parlays, Sports Capping. So if you got $99 in your pocket, you come see me at jesseshewell.com. You'll be glad that you did.